At this time, it's my privilege to present the 2017 St. Cloud Area Small Business of the Year Award to Kevin Johnson, K. Johnson Construction.
Gail did tell me I have to speak for 5 minutes, so I double spaced everything and I'll talk really slow. Okay, thank you, Roger. And also to Gail, my new best friend. She's heard the story so many times, I'm sure she could probably tell it better than I can by now. So it's really good to see a lot of familiar faces out in the crowd. This is quite an honor that I've been selected, and definitely a surprise. Probably a good thing that John Hergis isn't here today. I almost half expect him to say, well, they took the wrong envelope. They read the wrong name. So, lucky he's gone today. So, anyway, congratulations also to the other award recipients. I ran into Nick a couple of weeks ago at the Pioneer Place for a concert and told him he's got a lot funner job than I do, construction. So, and I do have a quick story about Doug Bischoff. Probably a few people do in the room, but after 30 years in business, you get a lot of business advice, and some you solicited and others not. So 1993 was our first really big job that we had done. Lynn had got the project for us, the Becker High School, and my brother Keith was running the masonry crew at the time, and this is a pretty good sized project for us. And I know there was, during one of the weekly meetings in the job trailer, Keith was talking about some of the other trades, and I don't remember what it was anymore. Somebody was holding us up or whatever it was, and this went on for a couple of minutes, and Doug finally looked at Keith and he said, "Sonny," he said, "I suggest you put on your big boy hard hat and go out and kick some you know what." And we've used that once in a while, Doug, so thank you for that. So just like any building project, it starts with a good foundation, and I'm sorry for this, but you get a contractor selected for this award and you get a lot of analogies with construction stuff. So, but anyway, my family is a solid foundation, and most of them are here today. My son's Kyle, a recent graduate of St. Cloud State, and Eric, a soon-to-be graduate of Gustavus. And my daughter Sarah, who can't make it, she's in the middle of finals week at Concordia College. So she's three of them were in school, so it's glad to have two out now. And of course, my wife Julie, who's here today as well, along with raising 3 children, and she was also involved with the business for 27 years, up until the last 3 years. So, and of course, she was a big part of our success as well. So, she's as driven as I am, but in different ways, which gives her the love for life. So, appreciate her for all the things that she's done. So, and you've probably heard the saying, behind every successful man is a hardworking, smart woman. Well, she definitely fits that to a T. So, and she does call herself now the self-described gopher for the companies. So, those are her words. So, past Easter night, I was out working in the shop, and my daughter Sarah came out to see what I was doing. And after some small talk, I just asked her what's going on. So what do you need? And usually at this point, she's asking for money. And boy, you think they get into college and they get past that phase, but that really doesn't happen. So Doug probably knows that. And so she wanted to know what it took to be in business for 30 years. So, and Nick kind of touched on this somewhat too, but good people, hard work, perseverance, and a little bit of luck. And that's what we've been, over 30 years. So, and I've been fortunate to have a lot of those good people working for me over the years, and there's a lot of them with me here today, and to help celebrate this honor. So they definitely, without their hard work and perseverance, maybe not a lot of luck, but they were definitely a big asset to our operation. So some of the other past, or along with the past and present employees, there's a couple other people that definitely deserve some special recognition. My parents, who unfortunately aren't here anymore with us, they were an inspiration to me without knowing it, and definitely taught me the value of hard work. You kind of heard that in the video. And my first and only boss when I moved to St. Cloud, Ed Kirschner, while my parents taught me the value of hard work, Ed taught me the meaning of it. He was and he still is a machine yet. So, and I don't really have time today, but I've got a really cool story about him if you want to catch me sometime about leadership and being a boss. So, and of course, my brother Keith, who was with me for the first 15 years of business, he decided to go on his own. Moved up north, Iron Range, and was doing basically the same thing today, and kind of the same process that we're doing as well today. And one last guy that they touched on a little bit in the video that I need to recognize is Doug Reitmeyer. Doug's the one that taught us the ins and outs of being a government contractor, which again, through those recession years was really a challenge for us, and I can't express that enough. That took a lot of people down, and again, I feel fortunate that we made it through it. So he definitely taught us how to broaden our horizons. Building bridges. The guys, again, they were all for whatever we wanted to do, and they were up for it. We did some solar project, like I said, definitely projects out of our wheelhouse, which got us through the recession and onto the next phase of our work. So, and I should mention, I bid a government prize of monkey research facility in Peru, and if the government wouldn't have canceled the project, we'd have been down there as well. So I don't even know if the guys know that. So probably a good thing it didn't happen. So yeah. Anyway, look him up sometime if you get a chance. He's done some amazing things, including climbing the Golden Gate Bridge back in 1969, illegally, of course. So. And definitely, I know Doug touched on this a little bit as well. Centricare was a big part of our success. Again, they made a commitment to employ a lot of local contractors, and really, without their commitment to doing that, it definitely helped us through that. We went from looking at some mass layoffs for a lot of people to we were on a hiring spree, and that happened for 3 or 4 years, and we're working there. That's what happens when you have to lay 500,000 brick in a wall. So it was definitely a good experience for us, and I'm grateful that they took a chance. For us, a small company, it was a pretty huge deal for us. So and we really do appreciate it. There was a lot of firsts for us in that. First working with a tower crane, the first working with that tight of a spot next to the river. So definitely a challenging project, but a lot of fun too. So, and finally, I'd like to kind of clarify some of these reasons behind starting all these businesses. It's not just like the tricorn guys adding organic matter to the soil, making new concrete products that are really cool, or making a concrete floor look awesome. That is definitely the 5-second elevator speech. It's more to me about challenges starting a new business from an idea and making it into a viable business. It's about tracking down equipment and designing equipment to make a process work better, or figuring out what to do with 30,000 cubic yards of brush or logs that gets dumped into your lap every year. And it's what it takes to make something better, cheaper, faster, or just different than anybody else. And the main thing for me, it's about bringing a new person on board, wondering if they're going to last a week, and watching them develop and grow into either a foreman or a manager or a long-term employee. So that's really the reasons why I started business. So anyway, I'm going to turn it back over to Teresa, because we got a crew of guys that need to get back to Sardell and get to work. Thank you.